It's difficult.
All right, so I'm going to call this meeting of the Vermillion City Council to order. Mike, roll call, please.
Erickson. Holland. Here. Humphrey. Here. Mines. Here. Price. Here. Sorensen.
Here.
Ward. Here. Mayor Powell. Council President Collier-Wise.
Here.
Student Representative Paulson.
Here. If everyone could stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have the minutes from the November 6th regular meeting, November 6th special meeting, November 15th special meeting. We've got a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Minutes are approved. Adoption of the agenda. Mike or John, do we have any changes? No. Approval of the agenda. We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Agenda is adopted. Visitors to be heard. Addressing the council. Persons addressing the council shall use the microphone at the podium. Please raise your hand to be recognized, go to the podium, state your name and address. For items not on the agenda, members of the public may speak under visitors to be heard on any topic not on the agenda, but remarks are limited to 5 minutes and no decision will be made at this time. For agenda items, public testimony will be taken at the beginning of each agenda item after the subject has been announced by the mayor and explained by staff. Any citizen who wishes to speak one time for 5 minutes on each agenda item. Public testimony will then be closed and the topic will be given to the governing body for possible action. At this point, only city council members and staff may discuss the current agenda item unless a council member moves to allow another person to speak and there is unanimous consent from the council. Questions from council members, however, may be directed at staff or a member of the public through the presiding officer at any time. Is there anyone that would like to speak to something not on the agenda? Anyone? Council? Okay. We'll move on to public hearings. Got annual liquor and wine license renewals.
Applications were received from the following license holders for renewal of their license. We have the reissuance of the on-sale retail liquor with Sunday sales. We have Bunyan's LLC for Bunyan's, BB Street 2 LLC for Carrie's Bar, Charcoal Lounge Incorporated for Charcoal Lounge, Fraternal Order of Eagles for Eagles Club 2421, Leo's Sports Bar and Grill LLC for Leo's Lounge, Main Street Pub for Main Street Pub, Maya Jane's Incorporated for Maya Jane's, the Old Lumber Company Incorporated for Old Lumber Company Bar and Grill, Red Steakhouse Incorporated for the Red Steakhouse, the City of Vermillion for the Bluffs Golf Course, J&J Management Incorporated for the Roadhouse. We have the reissuance of the retail on-off sale wine licenses for Cafe Brulee Incorporated for Cafe Brulee, Vermillion Downtown Cultural Association Incorporated for the Coyote Twin Theater, Fireworks Incorporated for Dakota Brick House, D&D Foods Incorporated for Hartford Steak Company Tavern, Hy-Vee Food Stores Incorporated for Hy-Vee, Blue Incorporated for Little Italy's, Mexico Viejo Incorporated for Mexico Viejo Mexican Restaurant, Sunset Oil Incorporated for Pump and Pack Casino, Red Steakhouse Incorporated for Red Steakhouse, Shelby Manning for Studio Muse, Varsity Pub LLC for the Varsity, Walmart Stores Incorporated for Walmart Store number 3734, and the reissuance of the municipal off-sale packaged liquor license to the City of Vermillion for the municipal liquor store. The police chief report has been included in the packet outlining the performance of each of the establishments during 2017. The report notes compliance checks and other activities at the establishment. City ordinance requires a written management plan upon reapplication for licensees convicted of an ordinance relative to alcoholic beverage control. We had one Failed compliance check on April of 17 from Walmart stores, and a management plan was included in the packet for that. The council has the ability to renew a license on basically two criteria: suitable person and suitable location. The liquor license for the old lumber company, when it was transferred back in 2012, the transfer along with subsequent renewals, the motion to approve included the condition that it be approved for the interior of the building located at 15 Court Street. The City Council will need to consider if it wants to continue the restrictions of the license at this location. The city receives $1,500 for each retail on-sale liquor license, $500 for a retail on-off sale wine license, $500 for an off-sale municipal package license, and then for video lottery machines that were included with the renewal of these licenses, it's $50 per machine. Following the input from the public hearing, the council will be asked to make a decision on approving or denying of the liquor, wine licenses. Any motion to deny will need to include the reasoning for that.
Is there anyone in the audience that wishes to speak to this item? Turning to the council.
I simply would like to express a little bit of disappointment that although that's not required, we encourage the owners to just show up and in case we have questions, and I kind of wish they were here. I might add that in one of these, or maybe two cases, it would perhaps be nice to have the police chief here in case council members had questions, but they generally give us a pretty thorough report. But for example, my one question was, after hearing of perhaps underage serving and drinking at an establishment, the police conducted more. Did that mean that's why that one had some 30-some notations, that kind of thing? So I just thought I would express that.
Okay. And I do think we do have a representative from Walmart here if we have any questions about that particular.
Thank you for your plan.
Rich? Did you?
I was just going to offer some clarification. On the walkthroughs, when they did those were of all the bars within the downtown area. So it's not that one was singled out, unless, as it indicates in the report, that there is a report of somebody and they're responding to that. So most of those underage are found when they were going through all of those bars, just doing just walkthroughs of them all on that night.
Well, at the end of one of them, it says, throughout the year, police received information about an establishment, and that resulted in more frequent bar checks. And that's why I asked about that.
Yeah, more frequent bar checks during the course of the year at all downtown liquor license holders. Yep.
Thank you.
Rich?
Yeah. My concern with this is the same as the rest of them. I was looking at two of them in particular, and I see no reason why we can't specify who, right? Yeah. So Main Street pub bothers me the most, because I was looking at it and went back to 215, and they had 2 attempted underage drinking. That's good. That means they looked for it and found it and said, we don't want them here. In 216, there was 3 underage drinking, but it wasn't attempted. It was actually that. But this year, 31 underage drinking. Now, it may not be all from that particular location, but that's a real concern. And I'm in a dilemma with this, because our alternative is either say deny the license, which is like chopping your head off, or do nothing. I'm hoping this year we can pass an ordinance or something that would put a fine or something to say this isn't acceptable and we've got to do something about it. That's a lot of spaces, especially if they, John, you say they went to all the bars, not just this particular one? And
in the downtown area, they went to the bars and would walk through those when they were doing all of it, unless it said they were responding to a call, which is usually noted.
But then we had the charcoal lounge, and I thought this was interesting too, that in 2015, they failed the compliance checks twice that year. 2016, they failed the compliance checks twice. And so this year, what did we do? We didn't give any tests. I don't understand that. Especially if they've got a record like that. And furthermore, they're, in the past 3 years, underage drinking, not saying attempted, but actually drinking has increased from 2 to 9 this year. So either we've got an epidemic going, or it's better to make a profit than just obey the law. And I'm really concerned what we can do. Thank you.
Thanks, Rich. Any other comments from the council? Okay. Discussion?
Are we doing this as a whole slate, or are we doing one at a time?
I was saying it's like,
Do we want to include any of the restrictions that we've included in the past?
yeah, I'm sorry, with the restriction on the old lumber company that's been in existence for the last 3 to 5 years.
Is that all right with the second? Any further discussion? Got a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Motion passes. Item B, transfer of retail on-sale liquor license from First Dakota National Bank to Fireworks, Inc. for Dakota Brick House at 15 West Main Street. Mike?
An application was received for the transfer of the retail on-sale liquor license from First Dakota National Bank to Fireworks Incorporated for the Dakota Brick House. A copy of the notice of hearing along with the police chief's report on the transfers included in the packet. The council has the ability to transfer a license on basically the same 2 criteria, suitable person and suitable location. As to suitable person, Fireworks Incorporated currently has an on-off sale malt beverage license and a retail on-off sale wine license. As such, we did not request a background check from the applicants as they currently have a license. With respect to the location, there's currently the 2 licenses stated issued at this location. The transfer fee is $150. Following input from the public hearing, the council will be asked to make a decision on approving or denying the transfer of the retail on-sale liquor license. And I think Jim Waters is present here if you have any questions.
Okay. Thank you, Mike. Is there anyone in the audience that wants to comment on this? Seeing none?
I move approval of the transfer.
Jim, is this for the sole person of having Moscow mules?
Yes,
That's what I thought. Okay, thank you.
absolutely.
Jim, could I ask you to come to the front, please?
Sure.
I trust you were aware of this, but the city has liquor licenses available to businesses who have the majority of their business food, which
Yes.
I guess at yours. Did you look into that?
I did.
And can you tell us why you did not opt for that option? I guess I would imagine I know the answer, but
It just puts more limitations on you. So, I mean, we still plan on selling mostly food, but this particular license, it came at a good enough price that was close to the restaurant liquor license. And it's kind of like, this one seems like it would be a better investment.
okay. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? All right, we've got a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Item C, renewal of retail on-sale liquor license for Fireworks, Inc. for Dakota Brick House at 15 West Main Street.
Well, the license that was just approved, the transfer of to Fireworks, Inc. for Dakota Brick House is set to expire on December 31st, 2017. This application is to renew that license for the calendar year 2018. The police chief's report along with the notice of hearing were included with the previous agenda item. The renewal fee is $1,500 for the retail on-sale liquor, and following input of the public hearing, the council will be asked to make a decision on the renewal of the on-sale liquor license for Fireworks, Inc. for Dakota Brick House for 2018.
Thanks, Mike. Anyone in the audience want to comment on this one? right, council? Second. Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Thanks, Jim. We have no old business tonight, so moving on to new business. Item A, resolution authorizing the purchase of surveying equipment. And Jose.
Thank you. One of the duties that the city's engineering department has is to complete topographical surveys and construction staking. Over the past few years, the department has been modernizing the equipment used for surveying to complete survey work more quickly and also with less staff. This has allowed the department to complete work that would otherwise need to be completed by consultants. The city currently has a GPS unit and a level which are used to survey. The majority of the work can be completed with a GPS unit and one person. The level is typically used when we cannot get satellite reception or when precision needs to be greater than half an inch. For several years, the department has been exploring the option of purchasing a robotic total station. This piece of equipment would allow one person to complete the surveys with similar accuracy as a level. The robotic total station will not be affected by satellite reception since it works on line-of-sight laser technology. The engineering department would also use the new equipment to complete surveys along areas with heavy tree cover, as well as completing construction staking projects. This item was discussed during the 2017 budget sessions. The council allotted $45,000 at that time to be used in 2018 for the purchase of the surveying equipment. The equipment would be purchased off the state's contract from Frontier Precision for $41,303. This amount also accounts for additional discounts available to the city. The equipment would be delivered and paid for in January of 2018. With all that being said, administration recommends approving the resolution allowing staff to purchase the surveying equipment from Frontier Precision for $41,303.
Thanks, Jose. Anyone in the audience? All right, turning it to council. Brian?
Jose, since you budgeted $45,000 for this and it's only $41,300 and change, where would the extra money go back to?
The remainder of that?
Yes, where would which budget
Well, we would be, the $45,000 was actually originally split between the engineering department and the 3 utilities. So more than likely the change would be going back to the utilities.
Utilities, okay. I was just curious, thank you.
We've got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Thank you.
Resolution is passed. Item 8B, resolution establishing project certifying officer for curbside recycling equipment grant. Mike?
The curbside recycling fund equipment consists of a pickup and a compartment trailer for sorting curbside recyclables. The pickup was replaced last year, and the trailer is in need of replacement in 2018 and was included in the budget for that. To assist with funding this trailer, a grant loan application was authorized by the City Council and submitted to the South Dakota Department of Environment and Natural Resources, looking for some grant and/or loan funds. For this, the DENR has notified the mayor that the grant loan application is complete, but a resolution authorizing a signature for some submission of pay requests would be needed before any pay requests could be processed. The Board of Water and Natural Resources will be considering the grant loan application at their July 4th meeting and talking with Bob Iverson and such. We thought it might be best to get this resolution done, sent up there before the meeting to say that our application was complete and not missing anything, and would recommend adoption of the resolution that would establish the city manager as the project certifying officer for the South Dakota Department of Environment and Natural Resources grant loan request for the curbside recycling trailer.
Thank you, Mike. Anyone in the audience? Turning it to council.
I have a question.
Yes, Tom.
Mike and John, do you think, is this certifying officer just for this one project and application, or could this person act in the future on future grants? No,
They would
one grant at a time.
They pretty much want it 1 grant at a time.
Thank you.
Rich?
It's just a small point. You said July 4th, did you mean January 4th?
January 4th, yes, I did.
Okay, that's what I read. And the other thing is the old one going to be thrown away, scrapped, or can we still use it?
I think
Or do you know?
Bob was thinking about maybe using it as for a trailer at one of the drop-off sites. There's one of them that is in need of some repairs, and that this one could use there in a drop-off site, and if something happened to the new one where the hydraulics or something was down, they could go hook onto that one and use it to keep going, because right now, if the ones broke down, they really don't have a lot of backup.
It's a great idea. Thank you.
I move approval.
Okay, we've got a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Any against? Great. Resolution passes. Looks like we have no bid openings, correct? So, city manager's report. John?
Thank you. The city has what's called the Business Improvement District, number 1, or the bid board, we often refer to it as. We have an incumbent member of the board whose term is expiring, and they're no longer, or they'd like to step down from the board. So we are asking interested individuals to complete an expression of interest form by December 13th, and those will be presented to the council. We anticipate the city council would make an appointment at your December 18th meeting. So if anybody's interested in serving on our bid board, which deals with the $2 per night of occupied hotel rooms, please contact us here, and we can get an application to you so that you can apply and express your interest in that. Last week, we did have the kickoff open house meeting for our bike master plan. The consultant is in the process of developing an online survey, which they anticipate will go live this week. The purpose of the survey is to engage as many residents as possible in their planning process. And so there will be a link on the city's website, as well as on the website associated with this project, which is bikevermillion.com. So we'll be looking for that the online survey as part of our bike master planning process. City offices are closed this Thursday and Friday, November 23rd and 24th. Likewise, if your curbside recycling collection is this Thursday or Friday, November 23rd, 24th, it'd be really nice to have 2 trailers. We're going to attempt to collect all of those 2 days, which are 2 of our busier days, on Monday, November 27th. So if the city council members are bored, we have an opportunity for you on Monday, the 27th. Don't all sign up at once. And just a reminder that West Main Street from Court to the west end of Radigan Platts and Market Street as it abuts Radigan Platts will be closed on Thursday, November 30th, and that'll be from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., and that is for the BCDC Standstill Parade. So that's Thursday, November 30th from 5 to 8 p.m. That's all I have.
All right. Our next item is invoices payable. Does anyone have any questions for Mike? Got a motion and a second to pay our bills. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Yep. Yep. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you.